Hi everybody, this is the Baseball Hut, the amazing, spectacular, terrific, the great one, the People's Champion. Your host, the Hunter. Of course, we're back at the Baseball Hut. We're going to talk about something a little bit we haven't talked much about. Talked about here and there, but not in the focus of a video. And that's the Met prospects. But before we get into this video, I need you to subscribe and like it, and let me know what you think. So, we have a situation where the Mets bombed this year. It's the second worst team money could buy. They're on pace to lose about maybe close to 90 games. I don't want to say they should tank, but they should probably consider losing as many games as they can so they can get a top 6 pick, so they don't get penalized for the being way over the luxury tax for this season. But we'll see how that goes. This weekend they're going to be playing the Braves. They took 2 out of 3 from the Cubs. I wasn't all that impressed with the Cubs, by the way. But let's talk about the Met farm system. It was before the season. They had some high-end guys that were at the top of that list. One of which was Francisco Alvarez, who's the #1 prospect in all baseball. But they had guys like Beatty was a top prospect, Vander's a top prospect, and of course Ronnie Mauricio. But now, because these guys have played in the majors, they've sort of what they call graduated, and they're not considered prospects anymore. Although I consider them all prospects, excluding Alvarez, because Alvarez has been very successful here in his first year. He's going to get a lot of Rookie of the Year votes. I don't know if he's going to win it, but he's going to get a lot of votes. It's going to be very interesting, very tight Rookie of the Year race between Corbin Carroll and Luis Ellie De La Cruz, and of course Senga and Alvarez. So it's going to be very tight. But because these guys have played in the majors, Mets farm system took a big hit. In terms of they were at the middle of the pack to now that they were down at the bottom of the pack. Well, the Mets, because they played so poorly, had to move Verlander and Scherzer, and they picked up some top talent in their minor league systems. They picked up Acuna from the Rangers, they picked up Drew Gilbert, and they picked up Ryan Clifford from the Astros for Verlander. And those guys, including some other little deals that they made at the deadline, have really greatly improved this farm system. So where it might be back to the middle of the run kind of thing, well, they've had all these kinds of lists now, updated lists, because obviously we had the draft as well. So the Met farm system is in much better shape than it was about a month ago, or a month and a half ago. So I have done something which I wasn't really expecting to have the kind of numbers on there, and that's I created a channel about a month and a half ago, almost 2 months now, called the Prospect Hut. And I've been talking about all these different prospects. I didn't know the Mets were going to do all these trades, so I just started doing it. So I'll put the link in the description for you to follow along. The channel is basically me giving you scouting reports and reading articles that I find online discussing all these different players that the Mets have brought in over the last month and a half. And I still have more scouting reports to do. I got the 21 draft here. Some of them I do not have scouting reports on. I did one of J.T. Schwartz, the first baseman that they drafted 2 years ago. I still have the incomplete 2022 draft scouting reports for them. I have the entire 2023 Mets draft on that channel. So if you want to go on there and watch it, it's all there. All there. Everything I find online about them, it's all on there. I'm having a lot of fun on there, and you need to go on there because you'll be the first to know what's going on in the Met farm system. You get to know about some obscure player first from me on there. So that's why you want to sub to that. So, but going through the Met farm system and what to expect in 2024. This is going to be a younger team in 24. I expect another veteran to get moved in the offseason. I expect Starlin Marte to get moved in the offseason. They're going to get him back on the field, hopefully, and get his value up to show that he's healthy going into the offseason. But I expect the Mets to move him. Eat the money again one more time and try to get something of value for him. We'll see. But I think that he will be on the way out. But guys to keep an eye on for 2024. Luis Angel Acuna, he will be with this team. He is very ambitious to get to the majors very quickly. Probably sometime and August. We're going to hear a lot about him. A lot of these guys we're going to hear a lot about in spring training. He's going to be a guy we're going to hear a lot about in spring training. We're going to hear a lot about Drew Gilbert in spring training because he's in Binghamton. Acuna's in Binghamton. Now, Ronnie Mauricio is in AAA. They got him playing third, second, left field. Everything is up in the air with him because Mets. I don't feel that they feel they are comfortable with him, positional wise, and his offense is a little wanting. He strikes out a lot. They may feel he's not ready yet. Now the pitching, Mets have been hit pretty hard by a lot of criticism that their pitching is not off the snuff. But I'm going through the Met farm system. The next pitchers that we'll be hearing a lot about with the Mets is Mike Vass, who's in AAA. He almost threw a no-hitter on Wednesday. He pitched a one-hitter, went 8 innings, gave up 1 hit, 2 walks. He pitched really well in that game. We'll probably hear a lot about him in spring training. He's probably going to be here during the season next year. Pitchers to keep an eye on for the Mets: Tyler Stewart, and this is for 24. Tyler Stewart, Dominic Hamill, Justin Jarvis. Justin Jarvis they got from Mark Cannon. These 3 guys you're going to hear a lot about when we get to spring training next year. And, of course, Christian Scott as well. And there's another pitcher. I didn't know who the other pitcher was. Blade Tidwell. It's Blade Tidwell. It says here on MLB.com, MLB Pipeline, he will be expected to be with the Mets by 25. So the Met pitching, the depth is going to get much, much better here over the next couple of years. So, like I said, the Mets are going to be a younger team. They're going to be a more athletic team. Now, if you want to follow the Mets and know what's going on with the Mets farm system, you have to subscribe to the Prospect Hut, because I will give you the lowdown on these players, just from what other people are saying. I've not seen any of these players, okay? Other than Ronnie Mauricio, a little bit in spring training, I've not seen any of these players. So I will give you the information. You can do with that information whatever you want. But on the Prospect Hut, I will not give you my opinion, because I don't have an opinion based off of what I've seen. I haven't seen them. So if I've not seen, these players, it doesn't make sense to me to give you my opinion, and then, you come back to me and say, well, you said this and this and this. But I've not seen these players. So I try to give you as much information on there as I can. You come up with, it's you that will come up with your own conclusions on some of these guys. I would also mention, before I end this video, I had the Baseball Hut too. And that's a lot of the sort of the Wild West. I do whatever comes to mind on there. And just general Major League Baseball. Once in a while I do a Mets video. I'll put the link in the description of this video for that channel. Please go over to the Baseball Hut too and subscribe. I need 2 more subs. I'll get to 1090, which would be great. And I'm getting off close to 1100 on there. I also want to mention that with that, I need about 4,000 hours to get that completely, totally monetized, to where I don't have to keep asking people to watch. I can just post it in this community on this channel, but I got a little over 400 hours that I need to add to 4,000 to finally be completely monetized. So, thank you for watching. I appreciate the time you take to watch my videos. I'm really appreciating, loving the fact that you're going over to the Prospect Hut and subscribing, because you're building that channel. I did my videos, and you guys going in there and watching and subbing, I can't thank you enough. Getting awfully close to 500 subs. I didn't think I'd get to. I figured, hey, you know what? I'll do the Prospect Hut. It'll take about a year to monetize. Thank you, New York Mets, for your ineptitude and your oldness. That's not a word, is it? Your elderliness. So just go in there, subscribe to the Prospect Hut, put the link in, of course, subscribe to the Baseball Hut and the Baseball Hut too. I got a lot going on here, especially with football coming up. So, oh boy. Thank you for watching. Have a good day, and I'll see you later.